recent trip to Venice had the greatest impact on my artistic career that I could have hoped for. And not because of the charming and scenic city, but because Venetians have perfected the craft of glassblowing since the 10th century. However, this practice was moved to the nearby island of Murano due to the fear of the fire in the wooden structures of Venice and to isolate the master glassblowers, preventing them from sharing their valuable glassmaking secrets. The maestros became basically prisoners on Murano, where the penalties for sharing the glassblowing secrets could include death. Before visiting the city for myself, I heard this attitude of keeping their techniques a secret was still heavily practiced, but that was not the environment I walked into. My first stop on the island was Gino Mazzacuto's studio, a maestro my family friend Tiffany knew. She told him I was studying glassblowing in the States, and he immediately let me hop into the hot shop and assist the maestro for the tourist demonstrations. After helping him add attachments to his piece, I got a personal lesson on how to make a Venetian vase and a horse. I had such an amazing time in this studio that I did not want to leave. Gino invited me to come back the next day to continue being an assistant to the maestro, which I happily did. My next stop was to my private lesson at Abetzinetti, a school for glassblowers, with Giovanni Nicola. I was very intimidated going to this one-on-one class as I just saw a piece of his at the famous Museum of Glass. I learned new tricks and techniques through Giovanni and produced the best technical pieces I have created in glass so far. I was corrected on tiny details of my glassblowing, such as my stance when beginning the first bubble that made immense change in the final product. The private lesson was extremely helpful and so much fun. I left with a note from Giovanni that said to carry the soul and heart of Murano glass with me, which I will remember and practice every time I glassblow. I felt at home amongst strangers because I knew we all shared the same love for glass. It is a city I will forever remember and first of my stops when I return to Italy.